We are live here at Perry Park for the biggest tie of this afternoon. We do have Coogee walking out, shaking their heads, going, how about the reserve tie that was just on? A draw didn't do any good to anybody in that game. The Gorillas in purple at their home ground, Perry Park, with white socks against Mascot Kings, who finished in second in Division 2 in their white and blue shorts and blue socks. 90% or 95% the Mascot. I said, is there any Greeks on the team? They went, no, we're all Irish and there's one English. We'll have to see if we can spot the guy who's English on the team. I did speak to Mascot and their coach and found out there's a guy from the same county as me. His name is Liam Madigan and he's number 42 and he'll be playing in the middle as the captain. Jack for the Gorillas looks to win the toss and start this afternoon off on the winning ways for the Gorillas. 22 is the captain for the blue and white, and that is Patrick McElroy, and he also plays in the centre alongside Madigan. Referee has just refereed a game and now he's linesman, and the linesman has changed to being the referee. We do have another established lino on our right hand side. We've seen him referee before, I believe it was him, and he was absolute quality. So it's great to see the standard of referees stepping up here in ESFA, and we're looking forward to quality officiating now for this all-age twos tie. It did finish with Gorillas in first place on 41 points with a goal difference of 31, and Mascot on 37 with a goal difference of 14 as they play the long ball Irish style straight away, and Lynchy's in to win it. Lynchy giving advice to line it there to the number 16, that's Jim Bob Black. We're trying to get the ball in the background here. We've had a little fall. Lynchy will be looking for options, and it's Ash Summers who is starting a late change to the lineup, and he does have Callis on the left hand side in front of him as Lynchy throws it on the head of big Ash Summers. Coyne half looked at it, he saw Summers coming and gone, I'm not getting involved, and little push there by Ash. The referee doesn't call anything, and putting a lot of pressure on their keeper, who isn't the tallest of players. Letting it go out on the right hand side, I believe that's Ash Richardson, who's playing in the right back position. He's got a really long throw, you'll remember. Maybe that wasn't Ash. Good battling in the middle, and that's the ferocity you're going to see at the all-age 2 level you'd expect it. And Summers trying to put it through, and Baz has got his head up, cuts back in, looking to have the first effort on goal, and it is a good save by the keeper. That's Dom Citrella in goals. Doesn't sound Irish or English. Header one there and one again by Lynchy. Played back to the captain, looking to turn. He's got good feet, but Summers is getting involved big time early doors here. Long ball, one played to Coyne, and they'll bring the big man who's just played a game, and that's all, what it's all about here at the Gorillas. You double up where you can double up, and Richardson has just played a game in goals for the Rezzies. Hasn't played a lot all season. Looking to break in here. Jim Bob puts it in. Gets down to it well, Citrella, and very calmly as well, and he'll be thanked by his Irish defenders in there for Mascot. Long ball from Citrella, intercepted by Baz, gets his head up, intercepted again. Few little misplaced passes as you'd expect this early stage here. Jack keeps it in, the big man at the back, the number 11, plays it into feet to Coyne. Trying to link with Jim Bob. Under pressure there was the captain, plays it back to Citrella in goals, that was McElroy. Citrella is a baller, and he's played it to his left back, and that's Stephen Flanagan. Jack has won that, but the referee judges it to be a foul. I think his sheer physicality in that challenge was the issue. If there was a bigger guy in the middle like a McElroy, mightn't have been so bad and may not have been called as a free kick. It has, however, by our official. look to take this. Left-footed Stephen Flanagan looking for options at the edge of the box. Flanagan hits it towards the edge of the box and it comes through to Richardson. He's got a huge throw, by the way, folks. He can distribute the ball well over halfway when needed. Throws it into Jim Bob. Throw in for the Gorillas on the far side. This video is sponsored by Awake Water, the finest water in New South Wales. You can purchase Awake Water, and that's a similar challenge at awakewater.earth to what Jack did when he was up a few seconds ago. And similar again, the referee's going to have to make a decision one way or the other to let them go and maybe call it one by one and see how it goes for him. Jim Bob coming in, trying to flick it over. He's got Callis on the left hand side. He's promised us 2 goals. Could this be the start of it for the number 17, the tricky number 17? Trying to nutmeg a couple of players in the box. Absolute skills. Cleared out from the back by Dylan to Lynchy. Back again to Dylan. Jack is calling for it. Opens up his body into Coyne, who gets a nice little touch forward, but Flanagan intercepts. Brannigan, I should say, who's on the left wing, dropping back into that left full back position. Coyne flicks it over. Baz is on his bike, making his way down the line, can keep it in, gets his head up. He's a comfortable player. Summers puts it in, and it was more of a shot stroke cross, and Citrella somehow collided with the post. He was just making sure it didn't go beyond him, and it didn't in the end. Referee calls for another ball. That one's gone missing. One of the subs will have to be active and get up and get it. It's Lewis, who is the acting manager today for the Gorillas, with Rowley and Champo as well. Champo's the only one dressed for the occasion, really, in his suit coming straight from work. Citrella looking for options. His distribution is good. It won't be as long as Richardson's, and Ash can't take a meaningful touch on it, and did get a half a call from Coyne. Flanagan got a little clip coming in there, and Coyne ends up with the ball. Plays it into Billy. He's playing in a more forward role. I think he is the striker today for the Gorillas, who are the league champions and are playing more attacking stuff at the moment. But Mascot, if they're anything, and they are Irish, absolutely, they will defend and defend and defend and put their bodies on the line, and I don't expect anything less from the boys in blue and white. Madigan, the man from the banner, plays it back to James Fitzgerald. Plays it down the line to 45. That's Warren McManus. A few boys from the north here. Free kick to Mascot Kings. McManus to take. He might leave it. Questions coming in from Adam Neely, going, I could do it left-footed, and Callis would need to be on his bike there. He is kind of half watching, and it has been left to the number 18 to hit it. Adam Neely puts it in nicely, and keeper comes out and punches it. Takes a little bit of contact and doesn't fall to a Gorilla shirt. It is Mascot with a lovely switch of play back to the free kick taker Nearly, who steps past Callis, no problem at all, and will have an effort, you'd feel, just outside the post. Nice little run there. He took the free kick. It was switched to him again, and Adam Neely was confident enough to take on the winger. Callis will need to be more physical in the challenges, as that's won by Hugh Moy, the number 56. That's the number 4 actually, Fitzgerald. Got Moy beside him. Throw in for the Gorillas on the far side. This all age 2 division used to be just lads who couldn't make the resis or couldn't make the first grade or couldn't make ones or whatever. It's really stepped up to more than that. There is absolute quality in all these teams I've seen. I've commentated on the Heffron Hawks, who were brilliant here against the Gorillas and beating them. Same with Maroubra, and Maroubra have had a quality season, and they've had a quality morning as well. They have beaten the Hawks in that 3rd to 4th place playoff as the ball comes back to Moy. Maroubra have won that game 5-0. Moy looking for options, going long, couldn't come to McManus. That's number 9 actually, that's Dylan Regan up front. Thought it was McManus. Flicked into Black, can't get on top of it. Played down the line, chance for Mascot, but Jack gets on the ball comfortably enough. Leaves it for Richardson, who does have a really long throw, I told you, and McManus will need to be on top of that. He's learnt the lesson the hard way the first time. Nice little turn by Callis, that's what he's good at. Might look to put it in. Got it to Lynchy, who's gotten forward a bit and was just dispossessed to Dylan. Coyne in that holding role needs to be strong here and turn away from the challenge of Dylan Regan. Linking up with Baz, edge of the box, may have a shot. Still Baz puts it across the goal and Jack wasn't there. Actually it was Billy, and that was a decent effort across the goal, and Billy will be on his toes a little bit more. He is an excellent player, and he's one of those players I mentioned that could play at a higher level. Turning a little bit chilly here at Perry Park as Citrella just places the ball. He's been the more active of the keepers at this point in the first half. Citrella plays it long. That's a good distribution, and it isn't about the height at all. He's really connected with that. There is a huge difference in height with the keepers, as I mentioned. McManus was looking for the response. Ball didn't come to him. Jack wins it in the middle for the Gorillas. Looks to play it long. Can't link up, and it is the number 5. That's Peter McElroy. Rigo has a cross coming in there, and it's almost gone back past the keeper from Jack, and Reese was gone one way and had to go the other. Dangerous situation there, and a nice ball in from McElroy, the right back. To Baz on the far wing, who's been very active so far. He'll have a good battle there with Stephen Flanagan. Still Baz, Flanagan close by him, flicks it back. Billy can't get on top of it. Looking to break here on the left wing, Daniel Brannigan working very hard, getting back for Mascot. Coyne needs to win that, doesn't win it, comes to 14 just beyond him. Free kick for the Gorillas amongst the cries from Mascot going no way, and other explicit words I should say. So the number 14 is Ollie Babbage, and I think he's playing on the right full back position. Ash Summers is playing in midfield, and we've got Callis, Baz and Billy who is playing in the middle. Summers can also play up front. Jack looking to play it long for the Gorillas. Into Billy, who takes a brilliant touch, and Baz wasn't on his bike too much. Comes through to Citrella, lays it off to Moy. McElroy to his right and McManus as well. Moy turns back in the middle, plays it to Fitzgerald. A lot of time on the ball here is played out to the left wing, and that's Daniel Brannigan more forward now. Fair play to him, he's earning that right to get forward. Rigo on the ball, plays it in to the captain McElroy. Loads of time for Neary to put it in. Neely, I should say. Callis looking to turn, being faced up big time here by Patrick McElroy, or sorry, a right back is Peter McElroy. Moy came across and won it. Lynchy coming forward to take the throw in for the Gorillas, and Mascot have just picked it up a little bit now. It was the Gorillas in the first 5 or 6 minutes. Mascot have had a little pressure in the last 2 or 3. Thrown into Billy, he'll get a touch on it, but Moy does excellently and clears it out. Back to Lynchy, who takes a lovely touch, gorgeous touch. If he can turn and put in a cross, it'll be play of the day, I'm sure. Plays it nicely back to Dylan, to Jack again. got an option there with Ollie on the right hand side. Tough ball for Baz to control, and they don't control it. Will come to Babbage. Baz looking to turn, play it into Billy's feet and get the return, and he was always stretching there, and Citrella kind of went, yeah, I don't even need to make a save here. And early distribution from Citrella, can't link up with Regan. Babbage plays it in to Dylan, straight back into Jack, as he's done for 90% of his passes today. Baz was not ready for that pass, and it'll come to the left back, Stephen Flanagan. He was offside, I guess, and that ball's out of play. I looked away for a moment. Throw in for Mascot. It is 0-0 here at Perry Park. Flick nicely into the middle. Under a lot of pressure from Coyne, there is the number 42. That's Madigan from County Clare. Kilrush to be exact. Callis plays it back to Ash, plays it to Lynchy. It's composed play from the Gorillas. Could go forward there. I don't mind that pass back to Dylan when you're under pressure, but I want to see you going forward when you can, Lynchy. Not a great ball to Lynchy. Had to play it first time. Can't link up with Callis. McManus does find a player in the middle, and it will come to Lynchy. Coyne needs to be in hard. It doesn't come to him. Throw to the Gorillas. Dylan will take. Just leaves it to Lynchy. There's no stress, there's no panic. Billy looking for it right on his head. Good throw, not a good flick on. Callis plays it back to Billy. Tries to go with a nutmeg on the outside actually, but the captain read that, and he takes a bit of contact on the way through, and referee goes, not enough contact for a free kick, and McElroy goes, all right, we'll see what the game turns out like now. If you don't clamp down on those early on, and I understand playing advantage, but give him the advantage, tell him it's an advantage. Coyne breaking, he's got pace here. Not the pass with his right foot, and he'll have to work very hard as it comes to McManus, who tries to nutmeg him. And yeah, it's absolutely the correct call. I'm not sure what the Gorillas are shouting about. Lino got it right, ref got it right. Mascot to take a throw. Rigo trying to link up. Baz somehow controls it. There might have been a bit of a hand in there. He's looking for options, and Babbage has gone down the right hand side. Babbage intercepted. They've only got a couple forward, really one forward. They want to keep onto the ball and they don't, and Gorillas have pinched it off them with Billy. Plays it into Baz, and they want to keep a bit of more possession here, the purple, and that's not how to do it from Billy. Citrella will have a kick out. Citrella, good distribution again. A lot of pressure there from Babbage. It was unnecessary. The ball was looking to go out of play, and it will be an easy free kick for Neely to probably put in from the left hand side this time, an easier one to defend. It's not curling in towards your keeper where any touch could be end of the world stuff. This is first versus second. It is a big game for both these teams. The winner does go straight through to the grand final. The loser will play against Maroubra, who, as I mentioned, beat the Heffron Hawks 5-0 this morning. Neely looking to put it in. Good connection, really good. It's over the keeper, over every keeper except Reese Richardson. What a huge man he has, and what a throw as well. And McManus again is just almost going to have to give up with those. They're just putting past him no matter where he is. And Callis has an effort blocked. Comes to Lynchy. He will need to play it back to Callis, and does. Cal looking to come in and plays a nice ball to Lynchy, a gorgeous ball to Lynchy. Lynchy puts it in, little flick on to Baz, has an effort, comes off his hand, We did see that happen in the previous game I commentated on with the Hawks. Baz had a goal disallowed for a handball. He struck it well immediately afterwards. Yeah, he did handball it in that situation as well, and Moy is just tying his shoelace, giving Mascot a chance to take a break. And I think McManus has had enough of it. He seems to be coming off. The throw-outs and excellent play on the wing from Callis has seen him out of breath. Early substitution, I believe it is rolling substitutions as well, so we might see McManus again. We just see who's come on for him. It's the number 78, that's Tim Collins. No play of the ball there on Coyne, and Coyne was being held and dragged there by the captain. Little flick on by Billy. Comes back to Citrella, who's always in control, it looks like. Two quality keepers on show here. Citrella plays a lovely ball, actually, not intercepted, and Jim Bob plays it back to Coyne. Oh, Regan went in big time there on Dylan, and it will be our first yellow card of the game. Referee has no other choice but to produce their yellow card there, and Regan is talking still to Hayden and getting forward the Gorillas from this situation with both centre backs. Coyne and Lynchy could link up here. Coyne's looking to play it long. I think if Babbage went on the right hand side, could play a bit of football here and maybe have a shot with Babbage. He has all the men forward though, Coyne, and he's going to look to play this in there. Left footed from Coyne, good connection towards Summers, flicks it on. Will be a Gorillas throw. No, it's actually gone to the blue and whites. Good connection from Coyne there. Well done to Ash for getting up firstly to win that. Ash Summers flicked it on and came off a Gorilla and went out of play then, I guess. Brannigan throws it in. Neely looking to turn. He does turn nicely. Outside of the boot towards Collins. Collins gets in there and he's clipped, and that'll be a yellow, I'd imagine, as well for Lynchy. Referee thinking about it. You can see the referee is a player. There's a difference between the last two challenges. Regan went in with excessive force. There was an attempt there from Lynchy to play the ball, and Lynchy walked away quietly and didn't get involved in any of the nonsense and got himself out of that situation. Probably one away from a yellow, you'd imagine. Moy looking for options. Collins seems to have recovered. He's just come on. Referee does give him that one away from the yellow signal. Good refereeing. A lot of referees would forget about that. Well won in by Jim Bob towards Baz. If you can keep that in. Comes off Brannigan. Will be a Gorillas throw this time. We are halfway through the first half here at Perry Park. Lino has gladly confirmed to the goalkeeper Reese Richardson. There's 23, probably 22 and a half now to play. So we're exactly halfway through the first half. 0-0 here at Perry. Neely looking to break under pressure from Summers and Coyne. And Lynchy came in and won it. Coyne's under pressure though. Plays it to Lynchy. He's clobbered. He's absolutely clobbered. And it is by Collins. And Collins was getting his response, his retribution there on the left back. And Lynchy's not delighted. And Neely comes in and slaps the ball away. Referee doesn't give a yellow. Does give that final warning to Collins, who's just come on. Good refereeing again. Understanding that the player had just been clobbered a few minutes ago. And doing similarly there and not giving a different result. Good refereeing. Callis looking to put this in right-footed this time. Such a difference between Citrella and Richardson in goals. Citrella's been really good so far. Referee's done excellent. He's been really on top of his game. I've been impressed by him in the first 24 or 5 minutes of this half. Callis waits for the whistle, puts it in, gets a decent connection on a bit of a toe, and keeper comes out bravely. Dom Citrella, bravo. He's come out and claimed that. There were bigger lads around him, and even with his hands up they were bigger, but he's got contact with the ball and contact with a player, and he's got a free kick. Excellent keeping by Citrella. And distribution, excellent, like 3/4 of the way of the pitch. Real big kick. Could he do it at Heifer? Biggest synthetic in the world as Billy links up and Ash just flicks it on towards Babbage. Babbage wins a throw in himself, and referee is massively on top of it. Usually they're given to the attacking team, and you get a frustrated full back called by the ref on the line on the far side. Ball to Regan. Good pressure there by Ollie Babbage, who comes in and pokes it down the line. Sure, Regan will get a challenge from one of the big centre backs, Jack, or it might be Dylan himself with a bit of retribution. If he does, he'll get a similar scenario to the yellow. Depends on the foul, of course. Neely plays it on nicely, nice connection. Keeper does call for it, but he doesn't get it, and he says away. Falls to Regan, who gets a poor connection on it with his left foot. He is right-footed. Richardson looking to play it long. Good header, brave header from Neely to his right back McElroy, turning inside. A clash from him and the number 16, Jim Bob Black, absolutely class. Nice and fair. Billy's over the top of the ball but wins the ball, and referee understands that. There's no contact on the player. To Callis. Here's the shouts outside from Lynch. He's still Callis, still going by, squares it across, comes off Citrella, and Baz hits it. It is the opening goal of the game, and the champions there is Lynchy. Does say something to Collins at the same time, and Regan is left on his butt. I didn't see what happened. We were watching what was occurring in the box. Referee's not seen it, and there is a bit of rivalry here between Dylan and Regan. There really is. But it is Baz who did finish it. No chance of a handball denial that time. Puts it in the back of the onion bag. 1-0 to the Gorillas. Mascot will surely be back at it. Callis was absolutely brilliant in the box there, taking on players. They knew they couldn't touch him as he was going by. Squares it across. Citrella got to it well. Broke out to Baz, who put it into the back of the net with a solid strike. Fitzgerald looking for options. Baz wins it. Good challenge. Some of the ball, though I could see how that could have been a foul there from Dylan. To Baz, he's onside. There is contact. He's got a play on or an advantage possibly there. There was contact as he was trying to play the ball. Coiney's under pressure here from Regan. Coiney does excellently into Ash. Can't link up. Comes to Billy. Turns back in, turns the other way again. And again, excellent feet from Billy. Jim Bob Black hits it off the post and it's in! Citrella couldn't get down to it. Jim Bob Black, the number 16, makes it 2-0 for the Glebe Gorillas. First versus second. It is a dangerous scoreline, but it's exactly what you want in the first half. The Gorillas in purple were fired up with a few challenges that came in. Give it back, but they give it back again. And Jim Bob Black put it in off the post, and not a chance for Citrella. Comes back to Moy. Into feet to the captain, and McElroy plays it long. Not sure if he's a brother there, Patrick, of Peter. Possibly. Dylan lets it go out of play under pressure from Collins. And Reese might look to slow it down a little bit. He gives a little bit of a jog, and referee's not looking. They do not slow it down, the Gorillas. And straight to Dylan, to Lynchy, under pressure. Oh, and he's absolutely clipped by Collins, and that will be the booking. Referee, I think, had a word to Collins previously and said you're one away, and he might go for it now, actually. Doesn't. He was just looking at his whistle, and he doesn't give the yellow card at all. And Lynchy did well to get out of that situation. He was under pressure, and he's got a free kick. It's not the end of the world. He's got shinnies on. Lynchy, not a great connection towards Ash. Billy gets to turn, and a lovely flick to Callis. McElroy getting back under a little bit of pressure from Callis, and barely any pressure, and McElroy just plays it long, and Lynchy is giving it large there. He really is loving this challenge, this Scott. Gorillas do have a wind at their back here. Thrown into Bill. He tried to flick it onto Baz. Coyne does make contact with the captain, McElroy. Referee says nothing. Baz on the ball. Billy links up with Baz again. An effort, good save, an excellent save by Citrella. Corner to the Gorillas, and you can see not a touch actually by Citrella at all. It's gone wide. Citrella had that covered. The ball was moving, and they're playing on. Referee did have his back to play to McElroy. He's under pressure, a lot of pressure, puts it out of play, and Lynchy doesn't say much to him that time. Lynchy looking for options. Billy and Ash are the obvious ones. Towards Ash, gives a little nudge to McElroy. Captain trying to lead them out of the situation. Brannigan plays it outside. Ollie plays it wide. Jim Bob would love to have another shot. Won by Moy in the middle from the cross. Brilliant pressure from Coyne. Really good. Can't maintain possession, however. Baz does get contact on his foot. Playing on. Roll to Baz. Towards Billy, who's sliding in with everything he could there. Goes left and wide. The Gorillas are just advancing and advancing, putting on the pressure. Another substitution for Mascot. Possibly Regan, who's coming off there. Not see who's come on. It's maybe Seamus McShane, the number 7. Babbage tries to win it. The 23, it's Sean Boyle. Neely looking to break here and gives a little nudge in the back. Good defending in the end, it really was, by Jim Bob Black, and the Gorillas are giving it large with every little decision that goes their way, and Mascot will get frustrated from this. Jack leading the team out, and Reese Richardson looking to play a long ball. Not as good a connection at all with the wind compared to Citrella. Oh, the banner man, it was coming through and set up nicely there for Madigan. Couldn't get it on target though. Richardson plays it shorter this time to Jack. Plays it in to Jimbo Black. Down the line, and Baz is on his bike trying to get ahead of Brannigan. Baz stands him up. Brannigan stands Baz up, I should say, and it will be a throw into the Gorillas. Billy trying to break in here. What a lovely turn. He takes contact. He's not the kind of player to go down, and some refs aren't the kind of refs to give fouls unless you go down. Good skill by the striker. Coyne plays it outside right to Babbage. Coyne again to Jack. Says we'll just keep the ball. Plays it back to Reese. Jack again. Got Coyne always an option in the middle. Fed into Jim Bob Black. Linked up with Ash. Jim Bob again. Lovely stuff from the Gorillas. Just overhit towards Ash and went out of play. Are about 11 minutes remaining here in the first half. It is 2-0 to the Glebe Gorillas all age 2s over the Mascot Kings all age 2s. And this morning it was the Heffron Hawks versus Maroubra in the 3rd versus 4th playoff. And it will be Maroubra who will advance, winning 5-0 over the Hawks. Ash is playing heads and volleys with himself. Gave a little hand push there just at the wrong time, right in front of the referee. Free kick from Citrella. He's got the best distribution. Good ball by Citrella, and a chance here for the captain to get in. He couldn't get in there, McElroy. Good ball again from Citrella. He's been their best player. Richardson looking to throw it long into Callis, under pressure from McElroy, the fullback. Baz is onside, and he had a bit more time than he thought and didn't have Citrella rushing out to flick it over him. And not sure if he could have gotten a touch and gotten his balance a bit better with a better direct shot on goal. Regan right behind here has been leaning in to the big man at the back, Dylan. Fitzgerald wins the ball off Callis, and Callis is just feeling his knee a little bit. Babbage wins it to Ash Summers. Does keep it in play. Plays a lovely early ball into Billy just over his head. Billy plays it back to Callis. Looking to step in. He'll try it again, I'm sure. He's got Lynchy outside him in a bit of space. Callis again. Will have an effort this time. Citrella deals with it easily enough. Not enough purchase on that from Callis. Brannigan looking to play it long, intercepted, and Coyne is developing a good style of play as a holding midfielder. Way better as a right attacking winger. Mascot trying to clear their lines, but the Gorillas putting massive pressure on them. It's into Baz again. Can't link up. They need to be a little bit better and a little bit more clinical. As I did say, we do have a scary scoreline, 2-0. And I'm sure Mascot can jump back into this game. It is a brewing wind here from right to left, favouring the Gorillas in the first half. Billy wins it, comes to McElroy. Got Collins outside him. Uses Collins. Collins first time. Lovely ball, like taking a 45 to an offside Regan. The other sub I think that's come on is Seamus McShane on the far side, the number 7, as we have a little issue here for Reese Richardson. I'm sure it's to slow down the play a little bit. You'll understand outside the first grade league that there is no additional time unless it's a grand final, not even in semis in lower leagues, and that's all age 1s, that's resis, that's 2s, all 35s, 45s. And it is playoff time at the moment, and the Glebe Gorillas, the team I play on, the over 35s A's, had a game against. A chance for Baz. Glebe Wanderers last night. Chance again for Baz. Puts it to the right and wide. And we did go to extra time in that. And we did have 3 of the over 45s in our squad who did play over a half of football last night. Fair play to them. Juan Felipe and Wayne Chen I should say, and Milton was the other player who was there to help us. Billy Bob just taking some water. This is just taking a bit of a sting out of the game. A time really where you'd think Mascot want to push for a goal. Made another sub. Citrella, excellent connection again. What's he going to do with the wind? Good flick there by Madigan, comes back to Moy. Citrella again, just rolls it to Moy. Gets his head up and plays it down the line into Regan. Good control from Regan and a good pass down the line, intercepted by Jack. Captain was running on trying to get that. That was Patrick McElroy. His brother Peter, we'll say it is his brother, playing it right back to number 5. Brannigan throws it down the line. Will be a Gorilla throw, and they can't get any impetus at the moment. Mascot, it's not really working. Collins did play a good ball from the right hand side first time a short while ago, but since that they've not, and it was offside, since that they've really had nothing. Gorilla's battling all over the pitch. Lynchy leaves Collins that time and is not laid on him as Babbage just tries to clear his line. McElroy wins the battle. McElroy swings it in. Regan takes a touch. Regan loses the ball, and he'll absolutely love that, Dylan. He'll love it. Didn't have to foul him. Just took the ball cleanly, and he said something to Regan as he's coming out there. Regan's on a yellow card, so he can't react, and Regan's on the ball again. Under pressure from Jack. Switches it to Collins. Good touch from Collins, but comes too close to Lynchy. Plays it to Coyne, who's got a little bit of time, and plays it then again to Dylan, who loses it. Ash Summers is strong and he's battling there with Collins. Lynchy's under pressure, and another challenge there. That was from Madigan, the Clare man, and he'll go into the referee's book. Substitution on the far side. Looks like Mascot are making another change. Ash ready to play this long, it looks like. Billy's waiting for it. Referee is telling him to wait. Whistle goes now. Anytime around now. He's just counting the number of players. Good refereeing again. Ash plays it long towards no Gorilla at all. Coyne under a lot of pressure, loses it to Callis though. Callis plays it to Lynchy. He's gotten a good few challenges here, and Ash plays it nicely outside of the boot to Coyne, who keeps it left. Down to Callis down the line. He's under pressure. Dylan asking for it back and does get it. Into Ash, turns nicely. He's Chris Waddle turn and look. Billy doesn't win the ball, Moy does. They're on the break now, and this is a chance that Mascot will need just before half time. Towards Regan, and he comes in again. Dylan, he's absolutely class in there. He's loving that challenge.
That seems to be a professional, or?
Got a YouTube page on. Yeah, commentate on games, but we don't have commentating.
Just any teams to go watch?
This is my club, so I'm doing it on a day off. No, Gorillas. Gorillas are in purple, and they are 2-0 up here against Mascot in their blue and white, and their captain's going to try really hard to keep that in. He can't at all, McElroy. About 3 minutes to half time. Big wind, as I mentioned, for Mascot to look forward to playing with in the second half. Babbage throws it down the line. Intercepted by to Summers. He gives away another foul. He's a big man. He doesn't need to do that in the middle. He's well able to win it, and keeper comes out and calls and falls over Hayden, and there's a decision to be made. Referee is considering giving a free kick here. He's giving it to the keeper. He's just going to drop it, actually. No, he's left it to the keeper as a free kick, and I didn't think Madigan did a lot wrong there, to be honest. He was pushed to the ground, and then the keeper fell over him. And I suppose it's not about your intention in the laws of the game, it's what exactly occurs. And what he did was trip the keeper, who was in possession of the ball. So that's a high quality decision, and probably well explained to the players from our ref as we count down towards half time. pitch, using his strength. Here's a whistle from another pitch, asking the referee what's the difference there. Clip from Coyne to Baz, who's in an offside position. Baz will look to slow it down a little bit. It's kicked off him, he's not kicked it away, so I'm not sure if Mascot are going to get any favours there, and there's no favour slowing it down when it's almost half time anyway, and the referee would have to take 30 seconds or more to give somebody a yellow card. Mascot just want to play on here. Citrella really finding that wind effect in that kick. Every other kick has been perfect. Seamus McShane trying to win it in the middle. McElroy plays it out to Collins. Tim Collins gets his head up and he's got a good distribution, a Beckham type delivery. Effort to the left and wide, and that's one of the best efforts they've had again, and I do like Collins in that area. I'm sure if he plays in the same area second half, maybe on the left hand side, he could favour it with that wind and try and have a few shots on goal. Jack plays it long. Flicked on towards Billy. Trying to get in here, Fitzgerald wins it. Citrella left-footed, finds his captain McElroy in the middle. Jimbo Black, who's had a flawless first half, including a goal off the post. Plays it back to Coyne. Lynchy demanding it on the left-hand side. Heavy touch from Coyne towards Collins. Lynchy just needs to get back and defend. Exploited. It is Dylan looking to cover, but Collins does have a good connection. Finds 74 on the far side. Not on my list. Towards Richardson. Lynchy wins it towards Collins. Towards Madigan, I should say. An effort, good effort, their best effort of the game, and that was Seamus McShane just on half time, trying to bring Mascot back into the game. But it is 2-0 here at Perry Park. And this video is sponsored by Awake Water, the finest water in New South Wales. You can purchase Awake Water at awakewater.earth, and if you use the code FUTSAL, you'll get a free bottle on your first purchase. It's 2-0 to the Gorillas over Mascot in the All Age 2s division, half time.